If you're trying to figure out what software you actually need to make YouTube videos, it can get overwhelming pretty fast. One person says you need this app, someone else says you need that editing program. And then there's thumbnail software, AI tools, music sites, analytics tools, and before you know it, starting YouTube starts to feel way more complicated than it needs to be. So in this video, I'm going to show you the actual tools I use to make my YouTube videos, what's free, what I pay for, what I use each one for, and most importantly, what I would not worry about if I were just starting today. Because here's the truth, you do not need a giant stack of tools to start YouTube. You need a simple setup that helps you make your next video. And that's it. I'm Kathy, and I started YouTube later in life with a phone, a lot of questions, and absolutely no desire to become overwhelmed by technology. So this is not going to be one of those videos where I tell you every fancy tool on the internet. This is my real setup, the tools I actually use. Some are free, some are paid, and I'll tell you honestly what I think is worth it. But please hear me on this. This is not a shopping list. If you are brand new, you do not need all of this today. Start simple. Add tools only when they solve a problem. The first tool I use constantly is ChatGPT, and I do pay for it. And for me, it's become one of the most useful tools in my whole creator workflow. I use ChatGPT for brainstorming video ideas, writing rough scripts, creating thumbnail text ideas, writing descriptions, making pinned comments, helping me explain things more simply, and turning my messy thoughts into something organized. And honestly, ChatGPT helps me with the part of YouTube that used to stress me out the most, the blank page. That moment where you sit down and think, what am I even trying to say? ChatGPT helps me get started. It doesn't replace my voice. It doesn't replace my experience, but it gives me something to work with. And when you're a beginner, sometimes that is the whole battle. Do beginners need the paid version? Not right away. You can absolutely start with the free version. If you find that you're using it a lot and it becomes part of your weekly workflow, then the paid version may be worth considering. My verdict, start free, upgrade later if you're using it constantly. The next tool I use is Claude. I also pay for Claude. For me, Claude is really good for longer writing, script structure, and big picture thinking. I'll use Claude when I want help shaping a video idea, improving a script, or thinking through analytics. Sometimes I'll bring something from Claude back into ChatGPT. Sometimes I'll ask both tools the same question and see which answer feels better. That may sound extra, but for me, it's like having two different thinking partners. ChatGPT often helps me make things clear and practical. Claude often helps me go deeper with the story and structure. Do beginners need Claude and ChatGPT? No, absolutely not. If you're just starting, pick one AI tool. Don't turn this into another rabbit hole. I use both because I make a lot of content and I enjoy comparing ideas. But if you're new, one is enough. My verdict, helpful, but not necessary on day one. Canva is another tool I pay for, and I use Canva all the time. I use it for YouTube thumbnails, simple graphics, title cards, end screens, digital freebies, little visual pieces I can put into my videos. Canva is where a lot of my visual content happens. And this is one of the paid tools that makes sense for me because I use it constantly. If I were only making one thumbnail every few months, maybe not. But because I'm making YouTube videos, community posts, digital products, graphics, and thumbnails, Canva Pro is worth it for me. Do beginners need Canva Pro? No. Canva Free is enough to start. You can make thumbnails with the free version. You can make simple graphics with the free version. You don't need to upgrade until you keep running into paid elements or you're using it every week. My verdict, Canva Free is great. Canva Pro is worth it if you use it often. Pexels is free, and I use it for stock photos and stock video clips. So if I need a simple background clip or a visual to help explain something, or maybe video footage of a laptop, anything like that, Pexels can be really helpful. Now, I don't want my videos to feel like generic stock footage. That's not my goal. But sometimes a quick stock clip helps bring up the video visually, especially if I'm doing voiceover. Do beginners need it? No. but it's a great free resource. If you're making videos and you don't have enough footage of your own yet, Pexels can help. My verdict, free and useful. Use it, but don't let your video become all stock footage. Your real life is usually way more interesting. Epidemic Sound is what I use for music and sound effects. I do pay for that. And I use it because sometimes music and sound effects can really change the feel of a video. It can make a video feel warmer, more polished, more emotional, or more fun. But I want to make this clear. You do not need to pay for music to start YouTube. YouTube already has an audio library. There are other options. And if you're brand new, I wouldn't make music or sound effects the thing that stops you. The most important thing is that people can hear you clearly, not that you have the perfect background track. I pay for it because I like having more music and sound effect choices. But if I were on a tight beginner budget, I would wait. My verdict, nice to have, not required to start. I use VidIQ for stats and research. It is paid. VidIQ helps me look at things like views per hour, thumbnails, titles, competitors, search terms, video performance, what might be working on my channel, what might not be. Now, this is helpful. It can also become dangerous for a beginner because if you're brand new and you stare at the analytics too much, you can talk yourself out of continuing. So I use VidIQ, but I try not to let it boss me around. It gives me the information. Do beginners need paid vidIQ? No. YouTube Studio is free, and YouTube Studio already gives you a lot of information. I would start there. If later you want more research tools, then maybe vidIQ makes sense. My verdict, helpful once you're making videos consistently, not necessary before you start. I use Nexus clips for shorts, and I do pay for it. It helps me create or repurpose short form content more easily. And anything that helps me take one idea and turn it into more than one piece of content is great. Because when you're making YouTube videos, you already did the hard work. You planned, you recorded, you edited. So if a tool helps you turn part of that into a short, that can be useful. Do beginners need this? No, not right away. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to make long videos, shorts, clips, posts, all at once. My verdict, useful for later, skip it in the beginning unless shorts are a major part of your plan. I use StanStore for freebies and digital products. This is where I can put things like a free download, a simple guide, or a digital product. For example, if I mention a free one-page plan in a video, StanStore gives people a place to get it. And it also helps collect emails, which matters if you eventually want to build a business around your content. Now, this is not something every beginner needs. If you're just trying to post your first few videos, don't panic about digital products yet. But if your goal is to eventually grow beyond views and build something around your channel, then having a place for freebies and products can be helpful. Do beginners need StanStore? Not on day one. But if you already know you want to offer freebies, build an email list, or sell simple digital products later, it can be useful. My verdict, good for building creator business, not required for simply starting YouTube. So if we put this into categories, free or free version available, Pexels, YouTube Studio, Canva free, ChatGPT free, YouTube audio library, iMovie if you use Apple. Paid tools I personally use, ChatGPT, Claude, Canva Pro, Epidemic Sound, vidIQ, Nexus Clips, StanStore. But again, please don't look at this list and think I need all of that before I can start. You don't. I built up to this and I added tools when I had a reason, and that's the key. Now, if I were starting from scratch today, I would keep it very simple. I would use my phone to record, iMovie or CapCut to edit, ChatGPT free for planning, Canva free for thumbnails, YouTube Studio for analytics, Pexels if I needed a quick visual, and that's it. I would not start by paying for everything because the goal at the beginning is not to build the perfect creator setup. The goal is to make videos. If I had to pick the paid tools that became most valuable for me personally, I would say number one, ChatGPT, because I use it constantly. Number 2, Canva Pro, because I make a lot of thumbnails and graphics. Number 3, Epidemic Sound, but only because I like the feel of music and sound effects in my videos. Then later, VidIQ, Claude, StanStore, and Nexus clips. Those are more advanced for where I am now, not necessarily where I started. What I would skip at the beginning, if you're brand new, I would skip expensive editing software, advanced analytics tools, too many AI subscriptions, paid music libraries, complicated design tools, anything that makes you feel like you can't start until you buy it. Because here's the truth. More tools can help, but more tools can also become another way to procrastinate. And I know this because I have absolutely done it. Sometimes shopping for the perfect tool feels like progress, but it's not the same as making the video. Main lesson, the goal is not to collect tools. The goal is to remove friction. A good tool should make the next step easier. If it makes you more confused or makes you feel like you need to learn a whole new system before you can create, it may not be the right tool yet. Start with the problem, then choose the tool, not the other way around. So that's the software I use to make my YouTube videos. Some free, some paid for. Some worth it for me now, some I would absolutely wait on if I were starting over. And if you're just starting, let me just say this, you don't need all of this. You need a phone, a simple editing app, a place to make a thumbnail, and maybe one tool like ChatGPT to help you organize your thoughts. That's more than enough to start. You can add more later. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments which tool you're most curious about. And if you want a simple place to start, I made a free one-page plan for your first YouTube video. I'll link it below. No overwhelm, just start. I'll see you in the next one.